Okay, what up, people? It's your boy Chig, and you are through to Chig Flicks, the home of movies, movie reviews, movie reactions, trailer reactions. Now, apologies, I've not shown, at least outwardly, the sort of love I should have shown this channel over the past couple of months. I've been working on a couple of things. As I mentioned on my more popular sports channel, Guna Eagle Eye, it's not for the neglect of it. Actually, it's because I'm working on it. I'm working on an intro, outro, and a couple of other little technical details for this particular channel. But I will be starting to post a lot more regularly to it. I've seen a number of movies over the past few months, so you're going to see a lot more regular activity. Also, a thing that I am going to start doing is seeing movies soon, pretty much as soon as they drop. So something like this, for example, where in America it came out 3 weeks ago, in the UK it came out 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna be dropping those videos and reviews a lot more regularly. I also plan to have Robbie Richmond back on, just so they're doing a lot more kind of podcast debates, more about kind of like comic book films and stuff like that. So, you know, and just general films in general that we I can see and can have a little back and forth about. So look forward to that. I haven't really spoken to Robbie about that for a while. So we'll obviously need to kind of catch up with him and let him know, oh, this is my plans. But that is certainly my intention. So believe me, keep it locked. Big plans for the channel. Do not go anywhere. In the meantime, I digress. Let's talk about Birds of Prey, or as the title has since been renamed, Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Yeah, see, when I saw the movie, it was called Birds of Prey, and in brackets, and the fantabulous emancipation, I can't read, of one Harley Quinn. Yeah, that title's now changed to Harley Quinn, colon, Birds of Prey. So I think, it's very clear that the marketeers, sorry, I cannot speak. It is 12:30 in the morning in the UK while I record this. The people who initially were the strategists behind this movie and the marketing guys, the PR guys, clearly fucked up when they were thinking about the title of this movie. The movie has clearly underperformed based on what they thought it would do. Not that many people have gone to see it. I myself, I must admit, forgot the film came out. I genuinely forgot the movie came out. I was still buzzing off the high of Bad Boys. And somebody goes to me, so what? Are you going to go and see Birds of Prey? And I'm like, what's Birds of Prey? That was my first reaction. And it was only when a penny dropped, I was like, oh shit, that's Harley Quinn. That movie's out already. Had no idea. No idea. So something definitely went wrong with the marketing for this movie. That much I will definitely say. As I record this, and this is only according to Wikipedia, the movie was a budget of between 82 to 100 million. Obviously, these figures never take into account marketing. And so far, it's made $190 million worldwide. Now, that'll probably cost the 200 mark. You'll think anything under 250 can't be that good. So yeah, but let's talk about the movie itself. Birds of Prey, or Harley Quinn Birds of Prey, directed by Cathy Yan. To me, I thought this was it was okay. It was all right. I think it had its really good points and the really down points. The story of this was essentially Snatch. So if you watch Snatch, that pretty much was the story. Basically, Harley Quinn is Obviously, this was about 3.5 years after Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn is dealing with breaking up with the Joker. You don't ever really see the Joker or Jared Leto's version of the Joker. You don't really see any kind of mention of him. Any sight of him. But we learn that Harley Quinn is broken up from the Joker. Harley Quinn, as you can imagine, being the Joker's girl, she has a certain amount of immunity in the city, especially amongst the criminals. Once the criminals learn that Harley Quinn is no longer with the Joker, we get to see how her relationships change with people and her dealing with that. In addition to the fact that she's also stolen a diamond. This is where the Snatch storyline comes into play. She ends up losing that diamond. You'll see how. And a criminal essentially hires her to get it back. I'm hoping I'm not spoiling too much of the movie. Let's talk about the good points. Margot Robbie kills it. She was brilliant in Suicide Squad. Probably the best thing about that movie was Margot Robbie. And no, I'm not just talking about Margot Robbie in those skimpy little clothes. I mean, genuinely, she embraced the role. She became the role. She knocked the role out of the park. She was the best thing about that Suicide Squad movie. And she does the exact same thing here. The girl is Harley Quinn. You know, everything from her reactions to her stunt work to, you can see she embraces the role. She's obviously one of the producers for this movie. So, you know, it's her part. I couldn't imagine anyone else but Margot Robbie play this role. That is how good Margot Robbie is as Harley Quinn. Things I liked. Oh, yes. I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I love her. The woman is very rarely in a movie I don't like. And I actually thought she was a sleeper, brilliant role in, she plays a character called Huntress. I don't want to give you any background story to this role, but by the end of the movie, you sat there thinking, I wouldn't have minded seeing more of her. Like I think she's brilliant in the role. Absolutely brilliant. Another newcomer was Jesse Smollett's sister. I can't say her first name because I'll probably butcher it. And she plays Black Canary. If you know Black Canary from the comics, you know the talent she has. A killer voice, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, she was kind of like, she's smoking. She's smoking, but I didn't just like her for that reason. Actually, she was a badass. She was really good, really entertaining. And I liked her. I liked her in the role. Thought she played it well. I always liked Rosie Perez. Sue me. I have a soft spot for her when it comes to the movie White Men Can't Jump. I love her ever since that movie. So I was happy to see her because she doesn't do a lot of roles these days, at least a lot of big roles. So seeing her in this kind of made me smile. Ali Wong's in this movie, which I was pleased for her because I think Ali Wong, I don't genuinely think a lot of, oh gosh, I'm going to tread on this carefully. I don't necessarily think that many women, I'll put it that way, not many women in stand-up make me laugh personally. That's all I will say. But Ali Wong is one of those women. I think she's very, very funny. But in this movie, she played a role. It was an interesting role. And that's about it in terms of the good points. The bad points, I don't care if people say this was a good. I fucking hated Ewan McGregor in this movie. I thought he hammed it the fuck up. I mean, at first I thought he was barely just he was just enjoying himself in the role. But actually, by the end of it, he was really getting my nerves. If you had to compare I won't necessarily say Lex Luger. What's my man's name? He weren't Lex Luger annoying the way he was in Batman versus Superman, but he wasn't that far off. He hummed it up to. I did not like this. I did not like this. I get that he obviously plays the antagonist. He plays the baddie in this movie. He plays Black Mask, and I know Black Mask from my own memories of he's supposed to be this rich, arrogant. I was gonna say a word I can't say it. He's basically rich, flash guy who runs corporations, big criminal, almost like a kingpin type figure, but without being kingpin. But then he dons this black mask, which is supposed to be his dad's skull or something like that. Bear in mind, I am digging right into my own memory of comics here, so I could be wrong, people. But yeah, I did not like this. I didn't like it. He played it so hammy, it was cartoony for me. I did not like this. And that was where I started to tap out of the movie. He just overdid it for me. And it really put me off a large amount of the film. So when you don't like the antagonists, I think antagonists are more interesting when you can almost relate to them. This guy was just like, oh, get him off my fucking screen. I don't care what you do. Either the movie ends quickly, you kill him quickly, whatever you gotta do to get him off the screen. And I think that was where a lot of the film suffered, because I thought the action sequences were good. I thought it could have been funnier in places. I do think the large amount of funny went to Margot Robbie and Harley Quinn's character, and Huntress's character was kind of like accidentally funny, which I thought was fantastic. But yeah, I thought it was a good movie. It clearly was a movie designed to be girl power. And I think you saw a lot of that sometimes, where it became apparent, especially in the last act, that hold on. So basically, it's the girls versus the guys. The guys are the bad guys. The girls are the good guys. It's very clear that that's the direction that they're taking us down to. Sometimes I wish Hollywood would stop that, because that type of thing ruined Ghostbusters for me. They didn't quite go to Ghostbusters levels with it, but yeah, I think it was okay. If you're going to ask me, in terms of DC movies, what would I watch again? And I'll put it in this order. For me, I'd watch this ahead of Batman versus Superman. I'd watch this ahead of Suicide Squad. That's about it. That is about it. Batman versus Superman, Suicide Squad, and I'd watch this ahead of Justice League. Everything else I'd watch ahead of it. I'd watch Wonder Woman before this. Again, I'd watch Shazam before this again. Even though I didn't like Aquaman as much as some of you guys did, I'd watch Aquaman before this. So I think that's where it does suffer. For me, it was okay. I'd give this a C. I've seen worse. I've seen a hell of a lot better. So decent try. I'm still looking forward to the Suicide Squad though. So let's see what happens. But to me, I want DC to win. I want them to win so badly. It's not happening right now, because I grew up with Batman. I grew up, apart from Spider-Man, I had to learn everything else about Marvel. But the DC guys are the things I actually grew up with, so I want them to win. It's just not happening. But they went on a nice little run, and then this movie happened. But let's see what happens. You guys let me know what you think. Do you like the film? Have you seen the film? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Interact. Talk to me. Tell me what you like. Give this film a thumbs up. I will be back, I promise, very, very soon to review another movie. Until then, I'm out of here. Take care. Enjoy your evening. Peace.